Hi, everyone. This is Jay Vergara from leadhuman.ai, and everyone and their grandmother is installing Hermes Agent this month. And most of the videos explaining it assume you already know what an agent is. So let me actually explain what this thing is and what it is in plain English, and tell you whether or not you should care or whether you should run it. Because I think for a lot of people watching tutorials right now, the answer is probably, not yet. And they're about to waste an entire weekend on it. But in some situations, like for me, it is the most powerful thing that I have ever played with. So let's talk about that today. Okay, so Hermes Agent is an open source AI agent from a research group called, I think you pronounce it Nous Research, Nous Research. And the cool thing is that it lives on your own server or your own computer. For me, it lives here. It lives on my MacBook Air, and it's there doing its thing. So here's the thing that makes it different from ChatGPT or Claude on the web. Three things. One is persistent memory. When you close ChatGPT and come back to it tomorrow, it really has no idea of who you are unless you set up a memory feature manually. Now, I talk about being able to do that for things like Claude Cowork or Claude in general, but Hermes actually remembers it by default. Every conversation that you had, it builds on that last one. And over the weeks, it actually builds what they call a model of you. So it knows how you write and what your projects are and what's a normal request versus something like a weird one. Two is auto-generated skills. And oh boy, this is my favorite one. So when Hermes figures out how to actually solve a problem, it writes out that solution down as a skills file and it saves it. So next time a similar problem comes up, it pulls that skill out, and instead of starting it from scratch again, it learned from your last time you created it, and it applies it to that situation. So imagine the agent getting older every 6 months instead of resetting every Monday morning. That's the tree ring metaphor, and it's actually a really useful one. And if you've been following my channel, I've kind of been, talking about skills file with Claude a lot. Hermes actually just creates it for you and it evolves by itself. That's pretty wild. So the third is a multi-platform presence. So Hermes can sit in your Slack, it can be in your Discord, it can be in your email, it can be in your terminal window, all at the same time. It's one agent with many, many different ways for you to interact with it. So for me personally, it's sitting here in the background and it's doing its own thing. And when I'm on the computer, I'm actually on it on terminal. But when I am on my phone, it's actually with me using Telegram. So when I'm on the train here in Tokyo and I want to vibe code something, or I wanted to pull up some files, or I wanted to just look in my Notion, I am chatting with it on Telegram. It's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. Most other tools make you go through their own app or their own thing, but Hermes comes to you basically wherever you work. So here's a comparison. Hermes straight up competes with OpenClaw. If you're talking about Anthropic, Claude Code. If you stretch the definition a little bit, ChatGPT and its operator mode. The big difference is that it's open source and you can self-host it. And you run Hermes on your own hardware. So theoretically, your data doesn't have to leave the building if you are using Hermes with a local LLM. And I'll talk about local LLMs in another video. But if you're using, for example, DeepSeek, if you're running it locally, or you're using another local LLM inside your own computer, you have a beefy computer, that's really important. Because when if you're working on sensitive data, or if you're brave enough to deploy this in HR or in healthcare, or basically anything that requires sensitivity around what gets sent to a vendor, you can have this amazing AI agent who is with you anywhere and works with you in a private server. That blows my mind. So the trade-offs of it, I mean, there's a couple. You have to host it yourself, which means that you need to have a machine that's always on. So my MacBook Air is basically is a dedicated Hermes now. It is what it is. And I guess some of the other things are, you need to keep it patched. And if it's your first install, you're going to have to go through the rigmarole of it, and it's going to take a few hours. It's not necessarily free. There's no free lunch here, but it's really powerful. It's something that's agentic, and it's with you all the time. So who is this actually for? Well, let's talk about that. Now, if your company will actually allow you to run an open source model that's, as I suppose in many ways, can be a little bit dangerous, and your security policies allow you to run this, the possibilities are endless. I'll take an example of me, a learning and development person who wants an assistant that learns the company's policies once and never forgets them. Hermes shines here because the memory and the skills build up over months. Another example is if you're a consultant and you're kind of tired from starting from scratch with ChatGPT or Claude every single Monday. If you've ever, pasted your bio and your client list and your style preferences into a fresh chat for the 100th time, Hermes solves that problem permanently, essentially. And lastly, and I think this really is the realistic use case for this, if you're a small business owner who wants one agent handling, things like email and Slack and your CRM together, oh boy, instead of 7 different automations duct taped to each other, Hermes Agent is that one agent and one AI for you. It's pretty wild. And I keep saying it's wild because my mind is blown with Hermes Agent. If you're not one of those 3, or even really the last one, if I'm being honest, I think you might be a little bit early into this. I think it's cool for you to keep up with what Hermes Agent is doing, but it might be a little bit too early. But too early in this AI game might be a matter of months. So for now, stick with Claude or ChatGPT and revisit Hermes in the next couple of months or weeks. In terms of hardware, I'm using my MacBook Air. It's just been laying around here. I wasn't really using it. And that's fine for my case. I connect it online with OpenRouter and it chooses the appropriate language model for me, whether it's DeepSeek or Anthropic or whatever. For you, you should probably do the same if you want to pick up Hermes Agent. Don't be one of those people who get like a Mac Mini and have like 128 gigs of unified RAM. You're not going to need to know that. You don't need to do that. If you're watching this video, you're not even my audience for it. So stick with something that you have at home. Don't spend money on this now if you're just starting out. Pick up that old laptop that you have and use that. So once you have the hardware running, the cost really depends on which model you point it at. If you point Hermes at Claude or ChatGPT through their API, you're paying per request and your bill will scale with use. So like I said, for me, I use OpenRouter, and you could, again, point it to a local model like Quen, or you can even have DeepSeek locally running on your hardware, but that's like, do you have the hardware for that? That's like $6,000 for a Mac Mini. So don't do that. And that's it. That's Hermes Agent. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding really excited about this, because Hermes Agent for me is a game changer. It like they say game changer a lot in the AI business, but it really is a game changer because it changes everything for you. You have an always on 24/7 assistant that can basically replace every other chat GPT or Claude that you have. And it actually learns from you. It can schedule itself and it can do real work for you. It's like having a real employee or a partner that's working alongside with you. And what do you think? Is it too cutting edge? Is it too much? Do you think it's too dangerous? Because this thing operates by itself. It can operate by itself and can do things that you might not want it to do. But if you actually look at it and you work with it and you set up boundaries, it's really powerful. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. And that's it. Again, my name is Jay Vergara from leadhuman.ai. Check me out at leadhuman.ai or give me a shout on LinkedIn. That's it. Take care.